What's up, everybody? It's Young here with an update on Konami. The following information comes from a Konami press release addressing concerns about statements made in the past by CEO Hideki Hayakawa about the company's shift to mobile. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, on May 14th, Hayakawa spoke with Japanese website Nikkei and had the following to say about the future of the company according to translations by a NeoGAF user. "We will pursue mobile games aggressively. Our main platform will be mobile, following the pay-as-you-play model of games like Power Pro and Winning 11 with additional content. Our games must move from selling things like items to selling things like features. We saw with these games that even people who buy physical games are motivated to buy extra content. The success of Power Pro essentially has motivated us to actively push more of our popular series onto mobile than ever before. Gaming has spread to a number of platforms, but at the end of the day, the platform that is always closest to us is mobile. Mobile is where the future of gaming lies. We hope that our overseas games such as MGS5 and Winning 11 continue to do well, but we are always thinking about how to push our franchises onto mobile too. With multi-platform games, there's really no point in dividing the market into categories anymore. Mobile will take on the new role of linking the general public to the gaming world." For obvious reasons, these statements caused concerns for many gamers, especially when Hayakawa mentioned bringing existing franchises to mobile. Fans of well-known Konami franchises like Metal Gear and Silent Hill in particular were very unhappy about the prospect of future titles in their beloved series being bogged down by the mobile platform. Let's face it, mobile games simply cannot provide the full and rich experience that console games do. They can do a lot in terms of graphical fidelity nowadays on these little all-in-one devices, but there are simply not enough efficient input methods in mobile devices to allow games that demand constant, precise actions and controls like Metal Gear or Silent Hill to flourish. Touch control simply cannot come close to physical input, and controllers don't come standard with mobile devices, so they have to develop their games with touch controls in mind first. By bringing these games into the mobile platform, there is no doubt that these franchises would take a severe hit in quality and intuitivity. At least, that's my opinion. Konami has been listening to all the negative feedback and has finally issued a press release to various major media outlets like GameSpot and Kotaku. Although despite how many words they use in this press release, it says surprisingly little about their current situation with Kojima and other concerning matters. Most of what you're about to hear comes from the CEO himself. I believe the statements made in this press release are mostly translations from a follow-up interview that Hayakawa did with Nikkei to provide some clarifications about his previous statements. The press release begins with a brief introduction which goes as follows. There have been certain brief quotes reported by several media outlets taken from a Japanese web article about Konami that was issued recently. Some of these quotes have lacked the necessary context and caused unrest within our key stakeholders, including our community, members of the press, our partners, and our fans. We are aware that the conjecture surrounding our recent changes has prompted a great deal of anxiety, for which we apologize. To further aid in your better understanding of Konami's business strategies, we would like to share the English translation of the entire article. The press release addresses multiple things, and different websites use different parts of it, but I'm going to show the statements that are most relevant to us video game consumers. In regards to their statement about Konami's shift to mobile, Hayakawa had the following to say. We often hear the term mobile first, and I want to specify that Konami's idea of mobile first is not at all to focus purely on mobile games. Our aim is to continue to build up a comprehensive portfolio of console, arcade, and card game titles for each IP, while also making the best possible use of the mobile devices that accompany our customers in their daily life. Konami will continue to embrace the challenge of creating entertainment content via different platforms, not only mobile platforms but for home consoles, arcade units, and cards to meet the changing needs of the times. So it looks like they're not completely abandoning consoles, but it's hard to say what that means for the future of beloved existing franchises like Metal Gear and Silent Hill, especially when you consider this statement. We would also like to take this opportunity to state that the Metal Gear and Silent Hill series, both beloved by countless fans around the globe, are also extremely important to Konami. We have nurtured them with care over many years since their inception. and will continue to produce products for both franchises, but we are not currently at a stage where we can announce the path these future titles will take. So basically they're making console games, but they don't know which franchises will be console games and which will make their way to mobile. If you ask me, this is not at all reassuring. In regards to the recent quote-unquote restructuring of Kojima Productions and Konami, here is what Hayakawa had to say. Konami as a company underwent a major structural reorganization in March this year. The aim of this reform has been to guarantee that in the quickly changing digital entertainment industry where new game designs and platforms constantly alter the market environment, we can accurately observe new customer demands and market trends and apply our long-established technology and know-how quickly and effectively with a range of targeted responses. The reorganization process has entailed repositioning our production studios, shifting our game development to a more centralized production division system. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain director Hideo Kojima and his team members are hard at work in the new production division system, bringing the game ever closer to completion. Regarding the release of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, we have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from fans in the US, Europe, Asia, and elsewhere worldwide who are eagerly awaiting the game's much anticipated September 1st launch. To this end, the development team is diligently working together to ensure those high expectations are answered in full. As one would expect by now, Konami is still dodging around the topic, providing vague statements that don't really address any of the major concerns. As it stands, we still don't know officially what's happening behind the scenes between Konami and Kojima and the company as a whole. Their press release ended with a simple, "Your support for our current endeavors and your spurring us onto greater heights are as always deeply appreciated." As I mentioned before, a lot of words but not a lot of answers. All I got out of this is that Konami will continue developing console games, but that could mean any number of things. On the one hand, they might continue to make future titles for big franchises like Metal Gear and Silent Hill for consoles and make new franchises for mobile, which in my opinion would be most ideal. Or they might do the complete reverse and make cheap games on consoles in an attempt to remain relevant in the field while repurposing big franchises like Metal Gear and Silent Hill for mobile in hopes to profit. The future of Konami is still as foggy and murky as before if you ask me, and concerns aren't even close to being addressed, at least for us gamers and fans. What are your thoughts on Konami's press release? What do you think the future holds for the company and its beloved franchises? Let us know in the comments below, and to be further updated on the latest game news, stay tuned on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.